Hi, good morning, all. My name is Catherine Daw, creator and founder of the Audacity Factor community here on Patreon. And I just want to thank all of you for being here. It's really, so many of us say when we ask what kind of our higher purposes or whatever we want, it's always about helping people. It's so many of us. If you're one of those, healers, wise persons, whatever it is, the medical field, really so much about humanity is ultimately about helping people. Anyone who's created a store or whatever, it's to help others gain access to things, isn't it? So really, if you look at everything that makes up society, and not even necessarily society, but humanity, it's really about doing something that makes something better for someone else and hopefully for ourselves. That's where we can get stuck. That's where the rub can be, can it? It can be we want so much for, yes, we all want to have a better life, but it's never about taking something away from someone else. I had no idea what I was going to talk about today, but here it is. Really, you don't gain by taking away from others. You gain by literally the nature of humanity is to create. And I'm not just talking art or food or whatever. If you take a look at it, every single thing we do is about making something that we believe is going to make things better for our human experience right now. Reminding ourselves that it has effects long term too, what we do. So we can create for the good, or we can be self-serving a-holes and want to take from everyone else because we believe we don't have enough or we don't have what we need. And the only way to get that is to take from somebody else, take whatever it is, freedoms away, financial opportunities, or really any kind of freedoms. Self-serving in that kind of way, based in fear, based in aggression, based in a total lack of understanding or even willingness to. When you hear somebody saying, why doesn't so and so just, are they going to finally understand? No, they're not. They don't want to understand. You can lead the horse to water, right? But you can't make him drink. Horse is like, F you, I don't want any water. And because you're telling me here, and this is a big part of what can be the pushback, right? Because you're telling me that you're bringing me here to the water you obviously want me to drink. So you know what? I'm not going to do it. I may be dying of thirst, but I'm not drinking it. Just is that not such a common theme right now? Is it not? It is. It's ridiculous. Truly. I honestly believe, and y'all know, I believe that we all get to choose. We absolutely do. But we don't then get to complain about the results of our choices, and we don't get to complain about other people's choices. But everyone is entitled to their choice. Every single person. It's really about understanding that we're making our choices based in either something not true, fear is all an illusion, and it's being fed to you directly by others. And you're making a choice to buy in, to feed in, and not only that, to propagate it yourself, because you want others to be in fear like you, instead of wanting to say, okay, I don't want to feel this way. It's not then about blaming others and others are at fault for the way you feel. You are. Took me a long time to get this one in a particular time in my life. Understanding I had a choice to leave my abuser and that all the little voices in my head that were telling me, no, you can do this one more thing to make it better. It's too scary now. You don't trust yourself anymore. What it's all then about me not being the things I need to be, or believing that anyway, believing that I didn't have any choices or the choices were too hard or I had it too easy, which was just bizarre thinking when you're in an abusive situation, especially if it's long term like I was. You end up doubting everything. So it's up to you to, as my friend Jen Lavin says, doubt your doubt. Because it's leading you awry. When it's based in fear, when it's based in undermining yourself. However, when you leverage your doubt, which we can do, because fear is an indicator, doubt is an indicator. We call them red flags. Don't try to cover those red flags with white because it makes pink. It may be pretty, but it still doesn't make it a white flag or a green flag, however you want to look at that. Right? So as you go through your life, even take a look at the very present, which I encourage you to do. Is there something that you are continuously doing, believing, saying, acting on that just makes things worse for you? That makes you feel worse? Is there a door you keep knocking on, believing at some point it's going to open? This is a message for you right now. That door isn't opening and that door is not for you. The door is not for you. So walk away. Walk away and you will discover new possibilities, new opportunities. We've got to make space for it, right? But we've got to stop doing the same old, same old. If you find yourself saying, well, I always, or we always, or this is the way it's done, that's a challenge to you right there. That is also an indicator that things need, it's time, probably past time for things to change, for you to choose differently. Choose creating, building instead of destroying and undermining. We all get to choose. And what's happening what's happening in the present is always a result of our past choices. And when the collective starts making similar choices, that's what brings about a reality that people can say, how did we get here? Well, that's how we got here. That's how you got here. So today, check in with yourself. Stop feeding fear and destruction, blame, distrust, and feed creativity. Feed creating. That's it. That's my message for today. See y'all later.